What is good, y'all? Welcome to J Powell Music. Be sure to like and subscribe here on the channel. Hit the notification bell so you know when these episodes will arrive. Definitely would appreciate that. Getting close to the end of the year, which is very, very exciting. It's tamale season, which I'm very excited for as well because I love tamales, especially eating them around this time of year. So looking forward to that personally. A couple more a couple more videos I'm going to roll out to you guys before just relaxing and enjoying the rest of the year here with friends and family. But had to make a video about this because I feel like no one's really approaching it from this viewpoint. And just to put a footnote, I could be completely wrong about my theory here, okay? Don't kill me for this. But I have another take on this because and just to preface, if you're saying, Jarrell, what's going on? What are you talking about? So a couple weeks back, 2 weeks back, probably, 21 Savage was in an interview. Nas came up on the conversation and he said that Nas wasn't relevant. And the internet freaked out. The internet said, what? That's ridiculous. Some people said, yeah, he's relevant. No, he's not relevant. Yada, 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 yada. And then Nas replied very passive rather. And lo and behold, we get one mic, one gun. We get one mic, one gun. We get a single with Nas and 21 Savage on the same track. And the internet goes wild. The internet goes, man, it's so great that Nas and them, just kind of just squashed the beef and released a song. What a great example for the streets, yada, yada. Man, he's such a great role model. He's such a great big homie, all this stuff. And I have a completely different theory about this. And it's more of an old school theory in my personal opinion. Don't kill me for this. This shit was a fucking rollout. In my opinion, this is a rollout from the beginning. I think Nas and 21 Savage, this is what happened. Nas listened to the Drake album. Like the Drake album. They reached out to 21 Savage. They had a conversation. Say, hey, let's do a rollout. Hey, let's have you say something like, oh, Nas isn't irrelevant. They laughed. Ha ha. Sure, I'll do that. So when he was in an interview, he said it. And lo and behold, you get this. I think it's a fucking rollout. I think it's a rollout. I think it's completely a rollout. To me, there's too many coincidental things, and this happened way too smoothly for this just to be a moment where Nas was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do X, Y, and Z, and let me talk to him and do this, and we'll release a song together. We'll release it together. You know what I mean? Maybe it did happen, right? Maybe this is real. Maybe this is real. But for some reason, for me, I like to think not. I like to think that there was never a beef to begin with. I think 21 Savage was told that Nas wasn't relevant, or it was premeditated. I don't think he ever thought he was irrelevant. It doesn't make any sense, especially because Nas won a Grammy for King Disease. King Disease 2 is a better album in my opinion. King Disease 3 is a great album. Magic came out, which is also very good. What are you talking about? Like, eat your fucking words, bro. Like, that doesn't make zero sense. So from what you said, Nas is irrelevant. I thought it was just some rapper nonsense as far as like, okay, we got another rapper that's just saying stuff. You know what I mean? But lo and behold, one mic, one gun comes out. As far as talking about this, and then talking about the song's good. I guess what it more quote unquote represents is a better indication. But in my personal opinion, I think this is premeditated. It's a complete rollout. The whole Nas irrelevant thing was a part of the rollout. And I think it's offensive for it to be called One Mic, One Gun anyway, because One Mic is such a classic song. And obviously I know that's why the title came together. But I'm going to be pessimist Jarrell today. I think it's a fucking rollout. I don't think it just happened smoothly and they released a song and the internet goes wild. I don't believe it to be the case. The same way I believe that the Drake Kanye West beef, that was a whole fucking rollout in itself. That was a whole rollout in itself. That's why they had the they had that I'm trying to think. That's why they had the, sorry, a plane's flying over. That's why they had the that event where Drake and Ye were on it. I'm trying to think of his freaking name. The guy that's locked up. That was a part of this whole shabam or whatever. And Drake was a part of it after the beef, after both of their albums came out. Like, this is I feel like the whole thing. I feel like that was a rollout too. And I think that was part of the reason why he pulled CLB. You know, because he was just like, you know what? This is a rollout. This is an album that was a part of a rollout situation. I'm going to pull this, even though I got nominated for Grammys, which I don't think it was warranted for. That album's, it's an okay album, but it's not even Drake's third best album. And don't get me started on Honestly Nevermind, because if you're on my channel, you'll know by now that I don't care for that album. It's not very good. People have approached that better. I'm not going to give Drake flowers because he tried something new. Anyway, sorry, I don't know why I'm upset about this, but I don't think this is genuine. I think Nas is genuine. I think Nas would genuinely do this because I think, just in general, okay, I think Nas would approach it this way because, especially because of his messaging from the last few albums, you hear him having this message that's very consistent. Now, but I just don't think that, I don't think it would be this smooth of a resolution for them to have a song a week to 2 weeks after that Nas is irrelevant. Come on, guys. Does anybody know the internet? Does anyone understand everything is a rollout? Everything's a rollout, including this. So my last and final point is, how far are we willing to take these rollouts today, man? I mean, sure, it was a very believable rollout, and everyone was freaking out. The internet was going crazy. The engagement was through the roof. And then you got this song, and people are happy. Apparently, people are happy. I'm the small percentage that says, get the fuck out of here. This is a rollout. And how many more of these types of rollouts are we going to get in the future? We're probably going to get a whole bunch more, right? We're probably going to get a whole bunch more, which annoys me in itself, because we can't just promote albums anymore. We can't say, hey, the album's coming out soon. You know, you got to do a TikTok. You got to make up a live on someone. You got to have a beef so the engagement can come up before the album releases. I just think that's so nasty. As an artist myself, I just think it's such a nasty thing that people have to do that, you know. And then obviously, even though I do think Nas, him as a person, that he would approach squashing a beef in general, because Nas has been through a lot of shit. He spoke about a lot of shit, and he's smart as hell. And he is someone I think that would actually approach it that way. But for this particular instance, it's way too coincidental to me. There's way too many coincidences. There's way too much smoothness on, from the point of 21 Savage saying Nas is irrelevant to One Mic, One Gun. Come on, people. Come on. So, the last thing, if you think that it was a rollout, put it in the comments. If you think, Jarrell, you're crazy, put it into the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you can. I'm Jay Powell. I'll see you guys next video. Thanks so much for tuning in.